Happy Halloween, everybody. So for today's Throwback Thursday, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to look at all of Pokemon's scariest, creepiest cards. We're even going to check out the cards where the Pokemon are terrified. It's going to be a super fun video. We got our little mascot today. We got a little Pikachu here with us. She's going to help us along the way for as long as she'll allow it. And we're going to be checking out brand new modern cards all the way to the old vintage cards. So there will be cards for everybody. And we do have to get thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. Punch-Out Gaming is my local game store that I go to, and it's the #1 game store in all of Minnesota. I've actually been in the mall. You can order right from their site too. They got stuff for everybody: Pokemon, sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, tons of video games and video game consoles, and they have one of the best selections of raw Pokemon cards that I have seen. So definitely check them out. They're located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities, and the links are in the description. All right, let's get to it. So we're starting off with some modern cards. We got the Frostlass here, illustration rare. I think this is one of the creepiest illustration rares that we have got so far. I think the card is absolutely beautiful. I love how realistic it is. We're really not going to worry about prices today. This is going to be more about the card's art. And then, too, let me know down below if you guys can think of any scary cards or creepy cards that are not on this list. Next, we got Greavard here, and brand new Pokemon. The rugs tell it all. I mean, we got Shuppet, Ghastly, Gengar. We got so many awesome ghost Pokemon. It just makes the card pretty unique. Next, we got the Palafin. When I picture myself down there, it's just terrifying. Next, we got the Blitzle. Not really scary, but I feel like they nailed like a dark forest perfectly. You know, we don't have a ton of scary cards for the newer sets. Next, we got the Ghastly. You know, have all 3 evolutions in there with the Meowth hiding. Then we got the Shiinotic here. Another pretty creepy card if you really look at it. Like the shadows and everything. Then we got the Duskull line. If you really look at it, it's super creepy. So Duskull's just chilling on the street. Then Dusclops is getting pretty close to the house. And then Dusknoir is like right in your window. He literally has his hand on the window. This is actually terrifying if you look at all 3. Next, we got the Sinistcha, Special Illustration or EX. I mean, if you look at all the eyeballs down here on all these toys, pretty creepy. And then, you know, his handprints all over the book. Pretty solid card. Next, we got the Miraidon Special Illustration Rare. Not super scary, but, I mean, just imagine looking out your window and you see a Miraidon floating by. All right, next, we got the Roaring Moon EX. I mean, look how terrified all these Pokemon are in here. Especially, I mean, if you look at the size difference, it's just crazy. Next, we got the Golisopod EX Special Illustration Rare. Super creepy card. Probably the creepiest Special Illustration Rare that we've gotten. Next, the Gengar VMAX just getting sucked up in there would be terrifying. Solid art too, pretty unique. Next, we got the Umbreon V alternate art. You know, all these pretty terrifying Pokemon. I do apologize for any noises she makes, but she's having fun loving her Pikachu. But I love this Umbreon card. In my opinion, it's much better than the VMAX. Next, we got the Shadow Rider Calyrex V alt art. Not super scary, but pretty creepy if you walked up on this in the forest. Next, we got the Lugia V. Absolutely terrifying. If you were out on a boat and Lugia popped out of the water, you know, it would just be so scary. Next, we got the Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith. Again, super trippy, creepy card. Then we got the Eternatus VMAX. If you really look at it, like his face and everything, and Eternatus is probably one of the scariest Pokemon in all of Pokemon history. Super crazy looking. Next, we got the Malamar. These guys look like they're up to no good. Next, the Mimikyu V, one of my favorite trainer galleries, and I love that there's a Gengar over here on the right. And then we got a Mimikyu up there, like super awesome art. A lot going on there. All right, next, we got some tag teams. We got the Naganadel and Guzzlord. This card is just wild. I don't even really know what's going on in here. These Ultra Beasts are just crazy. Next, we got the Trevenant and Dusknoir GX tag team. Then we got the Mega Sableye and T-Tar GX. This card, again, is super wild. Just craziness going on here. Then we got the Reshiram and Charizard. Probably the creepiest Charizard card to ever exist. I mean, just look at those faces in the background, and then even their looks, too, is just super scary. Next, we got the Gengar and Mimikyu GX tag team. Absolutely love this card. I love how dark that background is. Super creepy. Next, the Gengar and Mimikyu GX tag team. This is a non-textured one. Not as dark, but it has a really nice moon in the background. Next, we got the Slay King from Detective Pikachu. Look at how creepy this Slay King is here. Super, super realistic. Just would be terrifying to come across. Next, we got the Shedinja here. Just another common from Lost Thunder. Pretty sweet background. Pretty artistic, I feel like. Reminds me of a Magic card, actually. Next, we got the Ghastly Triumphant here. I love the colors in the background. Super awesome. Looks super, super realistic. Same with the Haunter. Same set, but again, looks super, super realistic. You guys know I love those realistic cards. Next, we got another Haunter from 151. I think this one is much creepier than the Ghastly and the Gengar. Then we got some of my favorite cards in this whole list. We got the Hoot Hoot here. Absolutely terrified from the Zapdos from Unified Minds. Then we got the Dwebble. Same thing, got the Moltres in the background. Just scared. And then we got the Ekans. Terrified of the Articuno in the background. I think these are beautiful cards. Like, I almost want all three of these in a PSA 10. I think they are super, super awesome arts. I wish they would do more stuff like this. Next, we got just a regular GX. We got the Yveltal here. Just the lightning and everything and the moon. It's a pretty solid art. Next, we got the Guzzlord GX, literally holding a car and a tree. He's got a fence in his mouth. All right, next, we got the Mewtwo GX Sun and Moon promo, one of the most terrifying Mewtwo cards to ever exist. Just super, super realistic looking. One of my favorites. All right, next, we got the Trevenant EX. Those red eyes are just terrifying. Then we got the Dark Hypno. I love that he's like kind of cross-eyed in this. It just makes it extra creepy. Then we got the Dark Slowking. He looks like he is ready to rumble. Love the background on that one. It's crazy. A lot of the Team Rocket Returns cards, their Pokemon weren't like super, super scary. All right, next, we got the Mightyena here. Just a Cosmos Hollow, but he looks super mad. And little Miss Pikachu here is getting sleepy, so she's going to have to go take a nap. She wants you guys to have a great Halloween. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry about any of the noises she was making. Next, we got the Team Aqua's Sharpedo. You know, look at how terrified the guy is. He's just coming in hot. Next, we got the Gengar Prime card. This goes with that Ghastly and Haunter from earlier. Next, we got the Darkrai Full Art X and Y promo. I love this promo. I love all the X and Y Full Art promos. I think they are so underrated. Next, we got the Darkrai and Cresselia Legend top card. Look at Darkrai in this card. Probably one of the scariest arts ever drawn in Pokemon history. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's what nightmares are made of. Next, we got the Salamence EX from Deoxys here. I mean, just look at that red background. He looks heated. They got quite a few EX cards where they just look like they're ready to go off. They got the Sharpedo here also. And then we got the Espeon EX. Very, very solid background. Pretty trippy, actually, on that one. Next, we got the Mewtwo from Expedition. Probably my favorite vintage Mewtwo art. I mean, the stance and everything is just terrifying. Next, we got the Weezing from Expedition. I mean, look at that art. Next, we got the Alakazam from Skyridge. This is a very, very grumpy Alakazam, which is scary. Next, we got the Hypno. Probably my favorite art in this whole list. Look at Hypno. He's literally eating this person's dreams as they sleep. This card is absolutely terrifying. Like, no joke. This is my favorite card in the whole list. It just cannot be topped. And people say cards back then didn't have good arts. We had excellent arts, it just didn't take up the full card. These e-reader sets have some awesome arts. Expedition, Aquapolis, Skyridge, and stuff. Next, the Houndoom from Skyridge. Probably the most realistic looking Houndoom. Next, the Muck. Looks like he's just completely melting. You can barely see his eyes. From Aquapolis here. Beautiful holo. Next, we got the Dark Crobat from Neo Destiny. Look at that moon in the background. Just flying over the ocean, it looks like. Next, we got the Kabutops from Neo Discovery. Now, I know when you think of Kabutops, it's not that scary, but imagine seeing a Kabutops underwater. Next, we got the Dark Gengar. Probably the creepiest Gengar. Just that smile and those eyes, the art. Not much of a background, to be honest, but it's just creepy, those eyes. Next, some of my favorite arts. We got the Sabrina's Ghastly from Gym Challenge. You can see the Slowbro, the shadow on the brick wall, and Ghastly's just creeping around. And the other Sabrina's Ghastly was not scary at all. But we do have both Sabrina's Haunters on here. And I just love that you can see like the shadows of the Haunters in the background of this. And then We got the other Sabrina's Haunter. Probably like this one, maybe a little less than the first one, but I do like how dark it is. And then we got, obviously, the Sabrina's Gengar. One of the best Gengar cards ever made. Very, very solid card. I mean, this card is very expensive, and it's not even a holo. So that tells you something. And to end it off, so we have this card in English, but it's much scarier in the Japanese version. And that is the Gym Challenge Gengar. So you can see in the background tombstones. It's kind of hard to tell in this picture. But the English version does not have these. There you can see the tombstone pretty good. But yeah, I just love the Sabrina's Gengar card. And then if you ever look up the banned Pokemon cards, this card will always be on the list. Then I thought of a couple more cards. We got the Ditto Mr. Mime card. Those eyes are just so creepy. And then to end it off, we got the Pokemon Scream cards. I can't believe I almost forgot these. I mean, these cards just scream horror. Very expensive, but absolutely stunning cards and such unique arts. But I had a blast doing this video. This is the biggest Pokemon card horror list that's ever been done. We literally have 60 cards. And then I literally sat and looked at every single set. But I'm sure I did miss a few cards, so please let me know down in the comments any cards that I did miss that are, you know, either creepy or scary. I think it'd be super cool if someone started a little collection of just actual horror cards. I'm sure it's already out there, but you never know. And I might do one of these for Christmas too. You know, go through all the real Christmassy cards or cards that remind you of Christmas. You know, I kind of like cards like that reminds me of other seasons or even older memories. And then too, let me know down below your guys' favorite card from this list. But if you guys like the content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And then too, if you guys want to know when 151 comes in stock or when new Pokemon cards or sets get revealed, definitely check out my Instagram, or you can join my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month and I'll post it there. But otherwise, I want you guys to have a great Halloween. And if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon What If Wednesday, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.